one of the things I learned in life is like people will always have things to say, whether you do good or bad. Now, should we not talk about the good things you do because you've done bad? No. Does your good erase the bad you've done in the past? No. So what do? Do we stay quiet? Do we talk about the good and the bad? Yes. Yes, that's what we're going to do today. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. Thank you very much for stopping by. You appreciate it. It's kind of cold today. I have a lot of things to do, but because I like you, and I know you come every single day, 3 times a day, you're very appreciated for that. I'm always going to be game for you. You know that. I'm not going to drop you. Crazy stuff. Burkina Faso is building its own armed vehicles. Congratulations. Pika my coffee. Ah yeah, Pika my coffee. Yeah, Pika my coffee. That is amazing. Burkina Faso is building its own armed vehicles. Isn't this what we want to see from African countries? Absolutely. Under the leadership of Captain Traoré, Burkina Faso has initiated the domestic production of armed vehicles. Local engineers have designed and constructed prototype light armed vehicles, showcasing the country's growing defense industry capabilities. This move aligns with Burkina Faso's broader strategy to enhance self-reliance in defense and manufacturing. Amazing. I don't know if you remember when Traoré flew to Russia lately with the late celebration of World War II in Russia. He mentioned it while talking to President Putin. He said, we want transfer of technology, transfer of intelligence. We want schools, built in Burkina Faso, Russian schools.
We still need to do a lot, we need to work a lot, and we would like to request an assistant, and the most important thing you can help with is this exchanges, transfers of technology, exchange of experience. We need to understand how we can use the experience and the know-how that Russian universities have, and how we can spread it to Burkina Faso, how we can open branches of the Russian universities and Burkina Faso to be more efficient in the way we educate our people, our citizens. This is the essential task that we are faced with.
As you would see, and as I mentioned the other time, this man is focused on learning. He is an eternal learner. He just wants to learn. He wants to get his country to get to a point where they are free of asking from other people. Please sell us guns. Please sell us armed vehicles. Please come and do this and that for us. That's what Africans are the best at, begging and asking and requesting and stuff. Just like when Trump said, okay, from now on, I'm not sending any more money. Countries almost collapsed. Because you don't learn how to be auto-sufficient. You don't learn how to do your own things. If you give an African, he will never stop. He will ask and ask and ask, and most don't know how to say, okay, thank you, I think I've gotten enough now. Let me fly with my own. No, that's the problem. Let me not get deep into that. So congratulations to Burkina Faso.
You have to dare to dream. You have to dare to make it happen. And Thomas Sankara once said, everything that comes from the imagination of man can be achieved by man. We imagined it. We made it happen.
Next time we're going to talk in detail about this armed vehicle and all other things that they're developing. The armed vehicle is going to help in front when fighting terrorism. It's also going to serve as an ambulance, in very difficult situations. The goal for it is to be fast and efficient and protective. Burkina Faso is building cashew processing plant. Congratulations. Pika my coffee. Yeah, I think when people do wrong things, my coffee. Yeah. When people do wrong things, you also should not be blind to the good things they do. Let's talk about the good things today. Now, Burkina Faso of Ibrahim Traoré right now is building processing plants of cashew. You know what cashew is? A lot of you know it visually. Burkina Faso is retouching this industry. Basically, they've been exporting raw product and losing a lot in the process. That has to stop. They're going to start developing, processing everything in Burkina Faso before they export. Congratulations to that. Now, you know what cashew is. You can use it as a snack. It can be eaten roasted, salted, spiced, plain. You can also use it as a cooking ingredient. You know that. It's used in Asian, Indian, and African cuisine, in matter of fact. It adds creaminess to sauces, curry, and stews. You know that. Instead of using cow's cream, you can use cashew as a cream. You can use cashew as a butter, cashew butter for your bread to replace your peanut butter if you like it, or if you are allergic. You can also have what you call cashew milk as a dairy-free milk for vegan and lactose-intolerant individuals. You can also use it for baking. Cookies, cakes, granola bars, and energy bite. It's also for industrial use. From cashew, you can get pesticide and waterproofing compound. So it's a big industry. But unfortunately, what do Africans do? They export raw material. So they don't benefit from all the derived product that they can get. They only get the small portion of the things they can actually get. Well, not in Burkina Faso anymore. The facility will increase cashew processing capacity and create approximately 1,000 new jobs. Congratulations! And this is going to help feed 3,000 family farmers, promoting inclusive growth and sustainable agriculture. So in the coming weeks, we're going to have 1,000 new jobs and 3,000 family of farmers will get a lot of return. So number one positive thing is you're getting jobs. Number two, the farmers are getting paid more than they usually get paid. Actually, I got the figures, but I don't have it here. They used to be paid less before, now they're being paid more because the country has decided to start processing their stuff in Burkina Faso. Now, usually Burkina Faso exported products to different countries, mainly in Asia. Here are some of the countries where Burkina Faso used to export cashew. The United Arab Emirates, Singapore, Togo, Belgium, India, Vietnam, Netherlands, Germany, China, United States of America, France, Canada, Algeria, Lebanon, Turkey, and more. So they used to export a lot of it. And the annual revenue in 2023 was $114 million from just cashew. Notably, Burkina Faso cashew nuts are exported via neighboring countries with seaports such as Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, due to Burkina Faso's landlocked status. If you look at this, you can see, yes, Burkina Faso, it's a landlocked country, so they need their neighbors to export. But unfortunately, right now as we speak, Burkina Faso and Côte d'Ivoire are not seeing eye to eye. Burkina Faso and Ghana, perhaps yes, because the new president is a cool guy, different from the previous one. Togo is okay because they sort of discussed, they don't have really much issues. So they can have some sort of exemptions to export this. This will create employment and generate thousands of jobs and processing plant related sectors. This will support farmers, provide fair price and stable market for cashew farming.
Thanks to the strength and resilience of its people, the return of SNA trans to the industrial ecosystem of Bobo Dioulasso has led to the creation of more than 1,300 jobs, 90% of which are held by women who now have new opportunities, and over 5,000 producers who once again have access to a privileged market for their organic nuts. Among our courageous employees, we have widows of our brave defense and security forces who fell for the nation. May the Lord welcome them into his kingdom. Internally displaced persons.
Beautiful thing. So the farmers are going to be looked after. It's nice. This will boost economic sovereignty. They will then control their own product and create new things. So normally when they farm cashew, it comes in a different form. It comes like a fruit. It comes like a big fruit, but with the nuts that is external. So because Burkina Faso doesn't have a plant or any processing material, they can only exploit the nut. They can't exploit the fruit. You know what I mean? So they get a minuscule part of the revenue they could have gotten. But now, with the plant, they will actually create more stuff like juice or nectar, cashew wine or local liquor, jam, syrup, dried snacks, so many other derived products from this, which they never had access to before. So cashew nut is the nut and the fruit. Now, what are the reasons why the fruit is underused? Because it's very perishable. It spoils within 24 to 48 hours. You can't use it anymore. Lack of processing infrastructure for juice, jam, or alcohol. Limited public awareness and local demand. That's the reason why it has not been exploited. So we say congratulations to Burkina Faso. What? Okay, thank you very much. Oh, before I leave, Burkina Faso has recruited about 2,000 young people. The government has decided to spend money on each one of them to get trained to be drivers. So to go to driving school and learn how to drive. What's the goal? The goal is simple, to give them more opportunity to be employable. How amazing is that? So number one, they build an armed vehicle. They are constructing, building. They're looking to get more knowledge, more equipment for themselves so they don't depend on other countries. Number two, cashew factories are being renewed, retouched. They are being upgraded. Number three, they've brought more equipment to enable the country to do processing locally, creating multiple jobs and multiple opportunities.
It is a great satisfaction to have been selected after 3 stages of the selection. And we are very happy to be here today to be able to benefit from this initiative.
Number three, over 2,000 young men and women have been recruited. They're going to be benefiting from this opportunity offered by the governments to go learn how to drive so they can be more employable. Again, like I said earlier, people can do good, they can do bad. But you can't just focus on the bad and leave the good. Nor can you just focus on the good and leave the bad. But life is a whole. Congratulations on what? Let me know how you feel about this. God bless.